Now that we understood why we might need such a development server, the question is, how should a development workflow look like, or what is a development workflow in the beginning? Until now, our workflow was basically paste in the script import at the top, the script import to the Vue.js package, and then write our Vue.js code, which is possible because we imported the script, and it works. That is fine for simple applications. In more complex one, you might probably have multiple script imports, and you might have multiple packages you use. You want to bundle them together, you want to build them. You might want to use ES6 as I explained earlier, so you might not want to use the ES5 limitations. Instead, you want to use ES6 and have your build process compile it. So we have our code here, and when we ship it on the production server where the user is able to see it, we want to transform it before doing so. We want to apply some special features, use some special features a development workflow can offer us. Those special features would be that we can compile single file templates in a Vue.js application. Now, we haven't talked about single file templates yet. Single file templates are a powerful alternative to using the L property and inferring a template from the DOM, or the template property. And actually, I will only use single file templates throughout the rest of the course, but no worries, I will dive deeper into them and explain how they work. So we have these single file templates, and as the name implies, it's basically the template outsourced into a separate file, and the workflow we'll be using has a certain, let's say, tool in it, which understands such single file templates and then is able to compile them. And I mean with that, compile them during the development workflow so that the app we ship already has the compiled template. So the template transformed into JavaScript code, which is then executable in the browser. That is different to the current approach. I touched on this in the last module. Right now, we're using a setup where everything gets compiled in the browser. We're shipping strings or this element selector, and we're leaving it to Vue.js to select these parts in the DOM at runtime and compile it from the native DOM there. Now, with that approach, we're able to compile it on our machine, which makes it much faster and smaller, because we're able to get rid of this compiler and we're shipping the finished code. But for that, we need such a workflow. There is no way around that. That will also allow us to use case-insensitive component selectors, and I'll come back to this in the component sections. And we could apply some preprocessors, like Babel to use ES6 code, or to compile Sass to CSS if you want to compile that. As I mentioned earlier, having these features not only makes our code more fun to write and gives us some additional help, or well, allows us to use next-gen JavaScript features, for example. But since we use these single file templates, it will also allow us to significantly shrink the size of the Vue.js code we ship to the server, since you can get rid of this compiler, since no compilation happens in the browser. Yes, of course, the re-rendering will always happen there, but it already has the compiled templates, and compiled just means transformed to JavaScript. So we have this side effect, and all of that are good reasons why we might want to use such a workflow. It allows us to write better code, it allows us to use other features to shrink the size, to bundle it all together, really all the things we need for medium-sized and bigger applications.